Okay, so here we go. Another day, another stream. Last couple of streams, we haven't actually got into many interactions with people. So I'm hoping we get a bit of freshy nonsense. Here we are, Lighthouse of Death. I know when I had that little bit of freshy madness in my first video I uploaded to YouTube. I don't know whether this will be an upload yet, but if you are watching it on YouTube, then it means probably something exciting happened and something worth showing, in my opinion. So do feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more DayZ content from someone who's an average DayZ player, I would say, slightly above average. Next gen console, Xbox Series X. Fireplace at the spawn. But yeah, feel free to drop a like. But when we had on my first video, we went electro way. So, oh, that's always good. We're going to go west this time. Bit of Cherno. Just see what we get into. Nothing free off the bat, no suicidal Sids who've thrown themselves off the lighthouse, which is always a bit of a shame. Normally get yourself a free bandage and a piece of fruit there, but we'll crack on. We're going to take our time. We're going to just stroll. It's Tuesday. The sun's out in South Wales. Let's have a good run. I'd like to get into a little bit of freshy mischief, but if we could find a running partner, that would be pretty cool as well. We haven't gone on a run with someone for ages. None of the boys that are on my friends list that I've run with before are online, so we're going to have to meet randoms as we improve our shirt straight off the bat with the tracky jacket. A little bit better insulation. Obviously looks a lot better than the Spawn t-shirt as well, so we've got to go with the fit. And then the next thing I would do from this spawn is hit the train carts leading in to East Cherno, the little hamlet, the name I can never remember. The little hamlet with a few houses and a well, where sometimes you can get lucky. If it's a low to medium pop server, which it is this time of day in the EU, this official server, 3852 for full transparency, 3852 Xbox Series X is where we're playing today. It's been a while since we run into any sort of fully stacked geared guys on the coast that we could attempt to jack or just get our heads caved in and get bullied by them, you know. We try not to. We give a little bit of shit talking if we come across those type of players, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. If it turns out to be just, what do I do in the first hour, 2 hours of a East Cherno spawn to get myself geared and to survive and stave off hunger and dehydration, then so be it. That's what we'll do. Yeah, this shit has started spawning on here now. I never used to check the front of the trains. Look at that. First train cart we go in, we get a blade, which is huge. Now we can start fires, now we can cut up rags. It's absolutely massive. We're not going to wear a motorcycle helmet because we absolutely hate them with a passion. I'm not going to wear a pink hat because I'm going to assume we're going to find something better than that. Alright, we'll go with the dark flat cap for now. Just put something on the bald noggin. Keep a little bit of that insulation in. We don't want to battered old fucking raincoat. But we will take battered capri pants. I know they're completely battered, but they're still better than the shorts I spawned in with. If we don't find anything better, we could always pimp them up with, we don't want a fucking sweater that's white. Yeah, we can always pimp them up. With a bit of duct tape. Sewing kit. No one's chucked themselves off the bridge this side. That's a rock. I always mistake that for a player. I think I would have known by now. Playing this for 6 months or so. A little bit over that now, actually, I think. Sometimes you get a police crash spawn here, which is nice to get an early M-lock or an early shotty. With the steak knife, I could have stealth killed one of the coppers wearing a stab vest, so that would have been nice. But there you go. It is what it is. There's nothing here helping us out straight off the bat. We've got to do this the hard way. We're going to have to hope there's enough zombies over here on the right that we can start farming them for what they drop. Hopefully they can drop some cans of soda, beer, food. Get us on our way. There might be a couple of chickens we might have to go for. And if it looks quiet as fuck, I've got no problem setting up a little fire and cooking a couple of chickens here, even though it's in a spawn area. And you're likely to get some cheeky sod having a go. I got no problem doing that here, because we've got nothing to lose. Don't be afraid of dying and respawning and just starting a new adventure. Everything's been stripped off there. If anything had spawned in that car, it's been taken. Nothing obvious. That's a good place for people to sometimes set a trap and jump you. That's happened to me before. Now, we find our first set of pristine rags, so we're going to pick them up a sec. We're gonna change to the dark cap, just for the look. No one's sipping at the well. I always do a quick zoom in, so I instantly can see someone. Especially if it was like 2 or 3 people in a group. Look at that, we've got a bit of early food. Glow stick down there. Got a bit of extra early food. We know we can sip at the well until our heart's content, so hydration is not going to be an issue early doors. We don't want that skate helmet. The fact there was a bit of food there tells me no one's been through super recent. Open the patty, start munching it as we come around here and check the shed. And also make sure no one's sitting in a bush waiting for us to drink at the well. To maybe one-tap us with a sporter, because that has happened to me before as well. Speaking from experience, you can tell. I can hear a chicken. We're not absolutely desperate to track it down yet, though, because we've had that pate. And now our hydration is going to be sorted, because we're going to drink here while it's quiet, while we're in a relatively isolated spot, and we can see if any freshies start pushing from the direction we just come in. We're going to drink until the full symbol comes up, the little twisted stomach in our HUD. Because then I know that will put me up to have enough hydration in me until I get right through to the other well, which is in Cherno itself. Either the upper well or the lower well. Probably the lower one will do today. I'll probably go right across the front, I would call it. Like the seaside front of Cherno, hitting all those concession shops. Sometimes they're massively overlooked. Great for rags. We're going to cut this denim shirt up for pristine rags in a second, but we're not going to make the foot wraps yet. Because we don't need to be as stealthy when we're out in the sticks as a complete freshie. There's the your full symbol. Just step off. Whoa, fuck me, you scared the life out of me, bro. Just having a sip of the well. How's it going? Do you use a mic at all, bro? See, now what I'm thinking is, do I attack this guy? Right, BK on his back. The answer's yes. And then we get the fuck out of here. So, on a low pop server, low to medium pop, it actually says low at the minute. In my opinion, anyway. Oh, he's got a fucking shot in this gun as well. What you've got to be wary of is my man having friends. He's just called out to him. Some fuckers just knifed me at the well. We've just picked up a ton of food. Well, not a ton of food off him. We've picked up beans and some snacks. Okay, the IJ hasn't got a mag. But the food, you know, the gloves, the jeans, the balaclava, the extra knife. It's a massive win, that kill. Massive win. They seem to accept that death pretty well. There was no trying to jump out of the stun lock. They were a bit slow to react when I pulled the knife and attacked them. That, to me, was a bit of a noobish type player. I might be wrong. You do get people who are complete pacifists, and they just accept, shit, I've been done, yeah, let's just respawn. But he had quite a bit of shit on him. You know, to have a loaded BK, blades, bit of this, bit of that. Again, why isn't he talking to me? Why isn't he trying to, you know, at least be a bit friendly, create a bit of distance between us by putting maybe a doubt or two in my mind? Or clearly stating his intentions. You know, I'm friendly, I don't want any trouble. Actually, I'm looking for someone to run with. That would have been nice. But just to do this stupid up and down thing. He could come back with two of his mates and absolutely wipe the floor with me now, but... we're going to take a bit of a gamble here and cut up these rags so we're not carrying them, because we couldn't take his rucksack, so I'm assuming it was ruined. Or it was just bugged out. But while we're in this little guard shack, we're going to get the feet. I mean, now we've got an abundance of pristine rags. We might as well make the foot wraps and put them on. It's done then. They're going to last us for 30-40 minutes. We've got a full stack. The foot wraps are on. We'll hit this guard shack over here as well, because what we would love to have is a few more shots of the BK. We've only got one at the minute. You know, literally you can't miss. Really nice to have a loaded BK this early in your life, though. Don't get me wrong. Actually, going to take that beige hat. I'm only wearing the balaclava, not to look menacing or like some pound shop terrorist, but it's to have the insulation. But we're going to have to knock these can of beans down on the head now as well. We're going to probably do that in the piano house up here. We'll go upstairs. At least we get some sound prompts then. If someone's coming. You know, that guy could have pushed for a spawn where we spawned for revenge and could be just flat out sprinting in our direction. Now they're going to guess, quite rightly, that this is the direction we're going to come after our little bit of banditry. Just make sure all the doors are shut, because then we get the sound indication of anyone running up on us. Look at that, another BK. And we don't need to use our blade because he kindly donated a can opener as well, damaged as it is. We'll quickly knock these beans down the head. Keeping an eye behind us, the direction we just came from. If we see any angry, revengeful freshies. Could even make that a clip for YouTube, mind. How, as a fresh spawn, how to get relatively geared super quick. You know, you wouldn't normally have this on you. Look at the clothing, the melee, the loaded BK, the IJ. You know, some ammo, an extra couple of uses in a bandage, of course. Couple of blades. When you're this early into your life, 16 minutes, and of course the murder was about 2 or 3 minutes ago, so we'll see. We'll see if that comes back to haunt us. Whether your man makes it his mission to track us down. GG's if he does, though. That was the decision I had to take. I started talking to the guy, there was no response. The general rule of thumb on DayZ is no mic, no life, and I 100% adhere to that, and will always stand by that. If you're not talking to me, I definitely don't know your intentions, whether they're good or bad. Even if you lie to me and say they're good, say something. Otherwise, I have to assume your intentions are bad. Hello? Draw him away from the other Zeds instead of trying to fight him. And, you know, these two seeing what's going on and then jumping in as well. I want to check that guard shack for ammo. Another weapon. Oh, fuck. That steak knife, though, and the fact that I had a lot of stamina meant I could get 4 power hits in on that guy. And then it was like one ordinary swing of the knife and he was done. Don't want a flashlight. Swap that out. I'd love to take those fucking binos. But at the minute, carry capacity has got to take precedence when I'm making those decisions. It would be nice to have an early set. Why did I pick up the crowbar? The lead pipe is a good melee weapon, but you can't cut open rags or open jars of food, even though I've got a tin opener, but certainly you can't craft rags with a lead pipe in. So that's why I switched out for the crowbar. It means I can use the crowbar to create rags from clothing and save the uses on my steak knives for things like cutting up animals and digging for worms if we go fishing. Even though we've got 2 steak knives, you don't want to take them for granted if you somehow don't come across any others. You want to keep them as close to pristine as possible for as long as possible, certainly as far away from ruining as you can. No mag in the coal, that's crap. If that was worn, I would probably take it and chamber it, but it's not. 100% take the ammo. Actually got quite a lot of 45 there. Tempted to pick up the battered Colt, but we don't want boots. I don't want a field vest either, because I'm hoping on getting a stab vest anyway. Oh shit. There we go. Alright, okay. It's battered, but we got to take it now. We've got a mag and a fistful of ammo. We've just got to take it. Could save our lives, even though it's likely to jam. Because we've only got that one shot in the BK, remember? So I have a backup pistol, however bad it is. Whatever condition it's in. It's better than not having anything at all. Especially as you go into the city. Finding this 45 ammo, so it was pretty much a no-brainer. Picking up the Colt, battered as it is, it would have been nice to find a worn one, don't get me wrong. See how we're not having to sprint through now, we got that little bit of food off that guy. We'll take the matches. Saves time, we don't have to make hand drill kits to get a fire going. Baseball bat or sledgy? No. We'll make do with the crowbar for now. Couple of guns, good melee weapon, couple of blades. We've had some food in the belly. We've got a working pistol, even though it's battered. It's got a mag, and we've got a shit ton of ammo for it. About 4 mags worth, as the Colt only holds 7. Ammo for other shit that we might find along the way. A shot in a BK, which means we can theoretically hunt, whether that be people or larger animals, as long as you get the shot right, because you've only got one shot with it at the minute. 20 minutes after spawning at the Lighthouse of Death. That's a pretty solid start, and it's all thanks to me just making the quick decision of, look, I'm going to take this guy down. Worst case scenario, he's going to give me a bit of better clothing and his BK. And it turned out he had a bit more than that on him, so I'm happy with that decision. I think it's justified from the haul that we got. Picked up a box of 9mm, so a worn M-lock somewhere would mean we would fucking... I'm not even sure they fucking spawn your cans of Fronter. We're getting to the stage where we need a fucking backpack as well. Because we're at pretty much capacity now in what we're holding, so we could ideally do with coming across a zombie that is carrying a rucksack that's not ruined. We don't ruin it ourselves when we kill the zombie, and we just take it off them. I don't want those monstrosity of rucksacks, those dry bags though. They're not my, pardon the pun, they're not my bag. Pretty rare you find anything decent in here because it's right on the spawn loot run. You see the doors are open. Another M-lock. No mag again though. Just peering ahead, putting my old man eyes right up against my monitor. Sometimes you can see someone who's sprinted that way and they just jump over the fence and start looting those houses there, and it's nice to have the drop on them, to know they're there. Sometimes you can see a glow stick player running round, looting with the stick in their hand. Because we've got a couple of working weapons, I don't feel as nervous going straight to the PD. Otherwise I would have probably hugged the coast, try and find a gun, an IJ with a mag. Something I could take with me. There you go. Bit more food. Which makes my mind up for definite now. We'll get a bit of hydration from this, and more importantly the calories. We'll go straight to the PD. Obviously we're looking for an M-lock mag, and then we would probably ditch the Colt, because we've had a box of 9mm. We found a box of 9mm. So the Colt would be the way to go. Ah, shit, we haven't got it. Yeah, well, we have got the capacity actually to take the iodine, the tincture. Just in case we run out of bandages and we need to disinfect some rags to use as bandages instead. Although we can hit the hospital, of course. Can't see anyone down there for definite. Let's hit the PD. We need that M-lock mag, man. So we've got a worn pistol with plenty of ammo rather than this banged up Colt, which is packs a punch. But look at no zombies here. Right, there's normally 3 or 4. Okay, and there's one trapped in the PD. So unless the front door is open, no, it's not. So he was trapped by a player who has more than likely now left the PD. Not going to trap a zombie in with you here, so we'll be a bit cautious, but fucking hell, how many M-locks are there with no mags? I've been killed before by someone like 2 players lying down behind that counter. I'd never rule it out, but I'd be shocked if there was someone here, and I'd be also shocked if there was anything decent to grab because of that trap zombie. It's been cleared out, I would have thought. I'm going to search it, because sometimes people walk past things that you'd be shocked that they walk past. We'll take the black gloves, less conspicuous. Could have trapped the zombie below and then just gone and sat on the roof. No, we're not going to get any joy here. It's just a shame. Means we definitely need to hit the top PD. Upper PD, I would call it, in the hopes of finding an M-lock mag there. Just using the piano house as a thoroughfare to avoid that zombie. And I would nearly always, without fail, just hit these little concession stands here. Get the top up on the food. But if we hit the hospital... Oh, look at that. We've got ammo for this as well. Oh. Bye-bye. Oh. Where's the 9mm? stash the Colt and the 9mm there. That was on me, I think. Thing is, we want to hit the hospital. We haven't got a rucksack. Oh shit! Didn't see that fucking copper there. Come on in, dickhead. Whew, he went down like a stack of shit. There's a police crash here then somewhere, because they don't spawn by here. This one's a bit tougher. Which tells me that other copper had been hit a few times by somebody else. Don't be afraid to just back yourself in a corner as well. Yes. It's a bit mental, but a lot of zombies to that left-hand side. There's the police car. Bit annoying, this lack of capacity business. But what we'll do, you see, we'll drop half a bandage, take a full one. Okay. I would love to take that saline bag. We've only got one slot. Oh, I'll tell you what, mind, I could ditch the IJ, couldn't I? I'll keep the M-lock until we go to the PD. We'll go to the PD first. We've picked up a full bandage anyway. So let's worry about the medical side of things when we've got a rucksack. Trying to keep an eye out for a zombie with a rucksack on. It's not battered to death. Quite quiet by here. There's normally a few zombies on this corner, just chilling. Tells me someone's been through. Do tend to get more aggressive people this side, people who've already done a fair bit of looting, or they might be coming down from the apartments. So if you get into anything here, it's usually with people with shotties, BKs, double barrels, something a bit better than what they found. Like a banged up IJ or something they can chamber. If I find the M-lock, I'm happy to go M-lock revolver. Almost treat the revolver like a shotgun. That's a runner. Thought that was a player for a second. So you've got bases like that up on this server, up on top of the apartments. They might come down to the PD just to do a little run for some 9mm or 380. A stab vest they might need. And, you know, all of a sudden you're fighting Chad McChadwick. You know, and you're massively outgeared. Alright. Calm down. You could have come with a courier bag, that would have been nice. Alright, fair enough. Can't have it always. Whoop. Triggering the zombies on the other side, which is ridiculous really, because I got foot wraps on. I've got no... Look at that. Front door locked, or shut, sorry, on the PD. Always a bit concerning. At least we've got the revolver now. Punchy ass gun. Might be all just shut up because... locked up because no one's been here in a while. Come on, M-lock mag. Yeah, no one's been here in a while. M-lock without a mag. Stabby. No one's been here. No chance to be a shotgun. Okay, it had no shells. I suppose if someone already had a stabby, they would leave it, but it just seems like, to me, too much loot for there to be anybody still here. With the doors both shut. If someone had taken the loot and left, fair enough. One of the doors would be probably left open. Another stabby. Fucking rubber slugs. See, I just tried to juke someone out there. If they were up there and they heard that, they would assume I would just run in. Another M-lock. We haven't got a courier bag or anything or a rucksack to attach the radio to, so we're not going to. A quick sweep of the roof. Nothing. And there we go. I was only using that pumpy to clear the PD. We didn't get what we came for, which was an M-lock mag. Shut up. These fuckers haven't got rucksacks. They got an incredible hearing, apparently. Try and do that as quick as possible. Don't like standing still for long, obviously. Still, you'd say this was a reasonable start. 38 minutes in with what we've got. Chambered M-lock, plenty of ammo, full revolver with one spare shot, BK with a shot in it, couple of blades. We've eaten quite a bit, but we need to address food and shit again now. So we are going to venture into the big bad world of Cherno again. The city itself, sort of on the fringes. I'm not just going to run up the main streets like a madman. I'm only going to hit what I would call my points of interest, okay? Starting with this shop by here. Little concession stand. Finding the revolver in the last one we went in, I think, was evidence enough of why you should be looting these, if you don't already. Food being one of the main reasons. Full box of cereal, pretty much. We don't need the 380. We're going to take the beanie for the insulation. Better than our cap. There we go. Got Nice bit of food in there. 2 food items. Can't grumble. We're glancing ahead. We can't see any dead zombies apart from that one. There we go. Or is that a player? That's a player. Dead player, ladies and gentlemen. What did you die to, brah? The motherfucker have a bag? He did. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Thank you for your service. And with that much loot on him, and, you know, I'm not talking about AKs and shit now. Oof. We need a code lock. Look at the pristine rags, brah. We don't need a frying pan. We don't need that. We don't need that. Motherfucker's got rope for me. A water bottle. And now we've got 22 free slots C in the with the gun in my hand, I look like the murderer now, don't I? But what a find. I mean, could he have just topped himself? He had to go out, he had to go to work, he had to pretend to work because he's, inverted commas, working from home during the UK rail strikes. I mean, now we can go back to the hospital, look for an IV start kit, maybe a couple of EpiPens. We don't need bandages. We've got a water bottle now we can use at the well. Depends which way we want to go, if we want to go below way or if we want to... This is on a low to medium official server. Okay, you got to get lucky. We made our own luck with the first kill. We got very lucky there, finding a pretty stacked body in the middle of the road. What we're doing now is we're making room for anything we find at the hospital. Got the hunting shop just behind us to hit as well. Probably going to keep the can of sardines, so I don't know. Ah, shit. Quickly tie this around my waist. Save on some inventory space for this and a knife that can go in there. Put the pristine one in there. And I'm gonna carry the 9mm in case we find a submachine gun. I mean, we don't need 3 stacks of pristine rags. I mean, I could have locked myself in while I was doing this, but... If he wasn't lying smack bang in the middle of the road, I'd be tempted to chop him up for his bones, because you can keep him for bone knives. zombies, because why the hell not? I wish you could drag bodies into houses. This is a risk in the middle of the road. Big risk. We done it though. We grabbed the bones quick as fuck, dipped. He must have fucking died to zombies. Must have. Like I say, no one's going to leave the food on him, are they? The ammo, he had 357, did he? 357, I think. No one's going to fucking leave all that. No chance. He probably swung past here before he died, so we're going to assume there's nothing in here worth taking. We're going to look anyway. Ooh, now we can carry the binos. We got a rucksack. Like I say, we've got room to have an EpiPen, an IV start kit. That would be our ideal score from the hospital. IV start kit, EpiPen. Don't need. Tetra would be okay as well. I would take that, don't get me wrong. We don't need the chicken now. We've got plenty of bones for fish hooks. We got rope to go fishing as well from the kind soul back there. Look at that, one murder, and then we've come across either someone who's just decided to end it all. I'm pretty sure the hoe, the garden hoe, was in the vicinity. So has he used that to just end it? He had to go to work, like I say. Could think shit like that happens. Mammy called him and said, "Get off that fucking Xbox." Shit happens, man. IRL shit. Instead of logging off, he thought, fuck this. I'm ending it. Ending it all. Don't need no flash fucking lights. Starting to turn day anyway. Let's see what's happened here. No zombies. But we're not surprised. It's huge, you know. We don't want codeine tabs. I can't be bothered. I can't remember if I've ever used the codeine tab, I gotta be honest, in this game. I've either been fucking murdered, or I do the murdering. I'm hardly ever left in a position where, oh, I wish I had some codeine tabs. Because it's usually balls to the wall. Kill or be killed, isn't it, this game? There you go, couple of tetra. Couple more tetra. And 4 tetra will get rid of a sickness, so it's worth having, if that makes sense. Don't ever be surprised if you see anybody camping here. Either in the corridor, on these stairs here, waiting for someone to do that and just blindly walk in without looking. But I'll very rarely go and check up the top because there's usually plenty of other places to pick up what you're specifically looking for. Right? Hardly anyone searches the cars. That's why that bandage is there. So we can get rid of a half bandage and take a whole one. Oh shit. Forgot about the police car thing. NBC shit. More bandages. More tetra. We might as well combine and take. And then straight away I will hop over here. Okay. Meet a new friend. ruined our friendship. There's another bandage if you needed it, but I've got 3 full ones. Any more is just overkill. There's the EpiPen I was looking for. So we're an IV start kit away from full house, picking up everything we wanted from, you know, in terms of hospital medical loot. I wouldn't mind a second EpiPen, but we're actually quite stacked at the minute, being as we haven't even hit an hour yet. Ah! Another saline. We've already got the saline. Stack them multi-bits. Fucking hell, bitch. What are you doing? Are you running on the spot? I knew you'd stop running as soon as I got close to you as well. Bitch. 3 more sheds I can search for my IV start kit, otherwise it ain't happening. Fucking bandages galore. Tetra galore. The fuck? Oof. Fucking IJ with a full mag. Because it's worn, full mag, I've almost got to take it. Difficult for me to not pick that up. What it means is I've got a BK and two pistols. One of them is the very, very, you know, punchy revolver. You can almost class that as a shotty, but ooh, 2 of them shots then. The fact that they were an automatic weapon and we're still in a spawn town. Sounded like the apartments up the top. Fuck. So that was our last chance of hitting an IV start kit. To be. We've got the rucksack on now, so we make even more noise. Our kill. Look at this fucker. In terms of our stamina, we're at about 70% stamina capacity. So, you know, it's not like we're gonna run out of stamina very, very quickly. I'd like to have a little bit more. Sometimes you make the decisions, you pick up the IJ like I did. It's not very heavy an IJ, don't get me wrong, but back off. Dude, don't panic, just finish off the zombie in front of you. Position yourself for the next one. Easy. Don't panic. Be grateful for the Pepsi. Be wary by here of fresh spawns. This is where we ran through as a fresh spawn. Remember, 1 murder under our belt at that point already. So if I'm Mr. I've been alive for nearly an hour and then I run into me, whose adrenaline is still pumping from the kill at the well, I'm looking at as the freshie at victim number 2 potentially. So don't get blasé because you're running around a fresh spawn area with a couple of guns. you're now a target, like that guy was at the well. Stacking up the 9mm. When I'm in a fresh spawn town, though, there's another reason for picking up ammo for a weapon I haven't got, and that's to make sure someone else hasn't got it. And that person isn't going to just come up behind me in 10 minutes' time and shoot me with a chambered M-lock, which were plentiful. There were loads in the PDs that we went to, so denying them the 9mm that is needed for it, it's just another way of making sure you don't get shot. Look, 55 minutes in, so if this was going to be cut now, as what I do for the first hour when I spawn at the Lighthouse of Death, I would say that was a pretty successful first hour, wouldn't you? With the state we're in now, what we've got. BK, good melee, 2 pistols, loaded up full, 4 spare shots for the revolver, bit of food, water bottle. Look at all that of sundries, I would call them. Matches, rags, sewing kit, binos, epi, tetra, multivitamins, saline bag, 12 pristine rags, a lockpick, can opener. It's all good shit. If like a tier 2, 3 person killed me inland, I think they'd be pretty happy with that find. See, what I will do now is I would drop the rusty knife. Take that one from out of my belt, put that one in my belt, put the pristine one there, and with the bigger knife, the one that takes up 3 slots, is in the belt. And that can be replaced by a combat knife, hunting knife, later on in the save, when you go inland and start finding that shit, because they all take up 3 slots as well. More knives. Bit more food, keep us going. It's the chicken, it's your lucky day, I'm not killing you today. Good luck to you, sir. Alright. More knives if you needed them, but I don't need 3 knives. It's just a bit overkill, that is. Particularly as the crowbar cuts up rags also. Are we going to find a run-in mate, or are we just going to find people to murder and random dead bodies just loaded with goodies? I don't mind. I don't mind finding random dead bodies loaded with goodies. You know, that suits me. Suits me fine. This is quiet around here. There's normally a couple of zombies hanging around these apartments. So it tells me to keep on your toes. Could be someone at the well, could be someone in these concessions or the shops around it. So I'll come wide here. Even though it's still a bit dark, I can scope in, and there you go, there's 2 firefighter zombies, so there's certainly no one drinking at the well. We'll take a lighter. We'll take a lighter over the matches all day long, but we're not greedy. We'll leave the matches for someone else. Then we'll ready ourselves and we'll isolate this one. We'll talk out loud so he hears us. And we'll isolate this zombie, so we're only dealing with him one-on-one. Come on then. You know, mistimed that like fuck. Firefighter's helmet. Whoa! Whoa! Gonna give us a hand, buddy, or just stand there? This guy could take advantage now. See? Oh, nice, 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 nice. How's it going, man? You got a mic? Oh, we got more on us. Running in quicksand. There you go. You got a mic, man? Do you need anything? Wait, trying to log off? No, that's not happening, bro. What are you fucking doing? Combat logging? Ooh. Yeah, just fight, see? It's more fun. Combat logging like a bitch. Yeah. That's what you get. fucker's got nothing on him. He fucked me up then as well. He got 2 good shots in, I'll give him that. He fucking logging off for in the middle of the road like that. I shit myself when I seen him in the corner of my eye, I'm not gonna lie. We gotta hit the well and go. Yeah. I don't even want his fucking half a bandage. He's logging off as if he's fucking tanked up to the max there. With goodies. Is that more gunfire? What's the matter with people, innit? Just talk. Learn how to interact, people. That could be the title of a little hour-long video. What happens if you don't interact in DayZ? And for those 2 fellas, the answer is you just get murked. Fair play, he got a couple of good swings in with a knife. I did get glitched on something. I'm just going to deal with this zombie. It's just bizarre. You spawn in, you get some clothes, you get a couple of water bottles, you got a bandage on you, you know, you bump into someone, you look like you're helping them. And then you just sit down and start logging off. The fuck? What is the matter with people? Just say how shit I gotta go, man, so I'm gonna just dip into this apartment by here, but it was nice briefly meeting you. Just anything. But I'm sorry, we're just point blank refusing to have people sit down and try to log off in front of us without saying a word. It is the height of rudeness, and the least you deserve is to have your head put through with a crowbar. I mean, he got back up, and I was doing my best to mess it up, to be honest. I fumbled a little bit on that one, but got the job done in the end. Kill's a kill. We're the one walking off with the goods. Well, our life, anyway, with our life. Look in the jeans. We're pretty set for food. We've got water. We've got a pet Pepsi we're going to neck now. Celebration can. For another murder. Yeah, what a fucking idiot, man. Winds me up, that does, I gotta be honest. People playing that way. Just imagine you did that. Somebody said something to you at a bus stop. Like, how's it going? Nice weather we're having. And he just sat down on the floor in front of them and said nothing. They'd probably call for the men with white coats, wouldn't they? I mean, what the fuck? That's how people play this game. They're like sitting down in front of someone who looks like me, you know, medium geared for the coast. Gun on my back, crowbar. You don't know what else I got. I actually had the revolver in my hand to almost show him, look, don't fucking try anything. If you notice, I pulled the revolver before I finished the zombie. And, yeah, their way of interacting. I've got to say, maybe he's, should we start an argument now on the video, in the comments? Is he one of these millennials? Am I just being an old fart, you know? He couldn't communicate because somebody was actually talking to him rather than speaking to him through a screen. Oh, boomer talk, boomer. Bizarre behaviour though, isn't it? Oh, hi, do you need anything? Bang, sit down, log out. No. You're not going to do that, mate. You're going to fight for your life, if that's what you want. And you're either going to win and win a shit ton of loot, or you're going to die and learn a valuable lesson from it. Don't be rude. Our food is full. Our hydration is fine because of the position we're in and the fact we've got a full bottle of water on us. So we can just leisurely stroll to Balota, see what's happening on the airfield, and then see what's happening in the town itself. We normally get into shenanigans in Balota itself, particularly around the well. Had a couple of nice little murders there, including a really nice two-piece once. It took me 20 minutes to loot them. They had so much shit on them. But we'll see how it goes. But as far as the first hour, if that did become a video, which I think it might do actually, I might upload that, because I did a first hour in Let Low Spawn. Some of my favourite YouTubers have done these type of videos. It's not so much a loot run, it's just what would I do. And, you know, that's what I've done in the first hour, spawning east of Cherno. And we've ended up with 2 interactions. One, a flat-out murder. The second, obviously, a murder that was the consequence of the guy's rudeness, if you ask me. But if you put the 2 of them together, the common denominator is neither of them spoke. Whether they were in party chat with their friends, they had plenty of time to switch to game chat. You've only got to go in here, here, and then hit the double square button, and you're in game chat, you know? So it's 3 presses of a button. 3 button presses and you're in game chat. It's like 2 seconds worth of their time. But the first guy obviously couldn't be bothered. They think this is the way to, you know, no, please don't kill. That just annoys the fuck out of me even more. You're more likely for me to kill you if you do that. And if you're wearing a motorcycle helmet while you do it, it's game over. Even if I end up dying, I'm going to attack you. But yeah, just maybe this could be what happens when you don't interact in DayZ. Maybe I could do 2 short little clips. So we just do the first one at the well. So if you don't interact in DayZ, prepare to be attacked. Something like that. And then in the third one, the second alive guy we saw could be how to get yourself killed in DayZ, basically. And then maybe just upload the whole thing as an hour-long video. Because leaving to go to Balota now would sort of be an intermediate guide. It would be once you've left the spawn, what would you do in the sort of second hour? But the first hour is sort of all the noob stuff, getting your medical supplies, your food and your water sorted. Oh shit. That's something I haven't checked. My foot wraps. See how they've ruined and they give me a bleed? Schoolboy error. Easily rectified. Bit of a stupid place to have to do the foot wraps, so that really was schoolboy error, but we got some nice fresh ones now before we get to Balota. Little glance down here. I always look to see if there's any zombies at these houses. If there's not, it means someone could have just spawned over there and run through. Although I can't remember the last time I spawned over there. Whether they've changed it now, taken it away from being a spawn. Yeah, there are zombies there anyway. And then again up here, you know, you can see the military zombie there in the field. I've come up here before, zoomed in, and seen a guy fighting zombies. Bled to death. I just went up, picked his shit, thank you very much. So it's always worth scanning ahead before you dive in. Maybe get yourself involved in something you don't need to be involved in. Some people do like sitting up in those woods and sniping. It's one of those. If you get one tapped by Chad McChad Sniper, well, if that's how he wants to play the game, you know, got to sometimes just allow for it to potentially happen. There's no way in this world I'm going to pick up a piss pot helmet. Absolutely no way in this world. Oh, look at that. That's been dropped. And Lamass magazine does not spawn there. But we would pick it up because there is potential to pick up a Lamass on a heli crash, of course. Pretty sure it takes 556. We've got none of, but yeah, it's just one of those sort of pickups. Why not? Fuck, I thought that was a player over in the tents then. We're going to rock the revolver because we are at a military base. I have had people creep on me when I'm in the tents looting here. Only once someone crept on me in these tents. And they had a double barrel. Thankfully their aim was terrible and I managed to turn on them, whip out the scorpion, and then have to deal with the fucking zombies, which was annoying. That's a colt that I don't want. Fucking thought someone was in the tent then. There's a zombie the other side of it. Fucking cunt. I knew you would do that. And now he could be in trouble. See, I've taken the damage there just to get him down quickly so that I could deal with this one one-on-one. Don't want the 45 ammo. So we've certainly taken more damage than we needed to, drawn attention to ourselves more than we need to. I'm going to draw this guy away from his friends. Hopefully deal with him a bit more cleaner than the others. Yep. Get the revolver out because we've made a fucking ton of noise we didn't want to. Take the 9mm because why not? But I don't want the fucking Colt. Got a stack of 9mm. A little SG machine gun action would be fairly nice now. Tactical shirt with BK ammo. What a fucking beautiful find that is. So we've now got multiple shots for the BK rather than just the one and a prayer. These shitty little smoke grenades. If you were to find a grenade launcher, I don't know why you would be firing red smoke at people, but there you go. But yeah, the BK rounds in the tactical shirt, that's huge. As it starts getting light, just keep an eye on anyone creeping in the trees. And get the fuck out of here, basically. And now I never tend to find anything in these buildings, so I've started to take the trend. Shit, butt stock. I'm looking ahead. If I see someone, you know, standing up there looting, I've got the drop on them because I would have seen them before they seen me. But because we're probably just going to upload the first hour of this, I'm being a bit blasé now going forward. So there's a guy. We've already gone live with the gunfire. One, two, three. Oh, Ivy start kit. Hello. Wondering why I want fucking sprinting then. We got what we wanted. We're not greedy. We're not going to go back for a fucking potato, a chicken and a can of cola. We're going to leave the scene of the crime. And what are we now? An hour and 17 minutes in. 3 murders. That was another... That was the first opportunist murder of the run. So you see a guy before he sees you, because you're being aware, you're zooming in, you know, you're looking at like that. I'm looking ahead, and when I looked ahead then in the military thing, I saw him sprinting across, fighting zombies, being far too loud. You know, when he's in a military area, what the fuck is he doing? But I'm not going to judge, whatever. He's in trouble. He's fighting the zombies. I hear him. I track him, follow him at a relative distance. And then when he's finished fighting the zombies that are in his vicinity, it looks like there's a good chance, first of all, that he's going to need to bandage. I don't think he was doing that. I think he was standing still, looking at his inventory, maybe looting the zombie he just killed, the zombies he had just killed, and he was just stood still. So a 357 round in his back. He only went uncon, so we had to put another one in the noggin to make sure of the kill. Little DB there. But it's an opportunist one. It's unlucky for him. He's got shot in the back, murdered in a military zone. But how much sympathy have I got for my man? Not a lot. When you go in that loud in a military zone. I didn't realise we'd taken a little bit of damage. I mean, we definitely still need to upgrade the clothing, but it hasn't done us bad so far, so we're going to stick with what we got, patch up what we got for a second, just to make sure it retains its insulation. Gonna eat and drink this shit until we're too full to eat any more, just to get rid of it out of our inventory. Some more BK rounds off our friend then as well. We don't need that, even though there's a double barrel in the next room. We're not going to pick that up when we got 7 shots for the BK. How much fucking 9mm we got? Food and water, and let's get rid of this Pepsi. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to upload this as in dream hour and a half. I wouldn't say a dream hour and a half start, but not far off a dream. We've had 2 ultra passive people not speak and be rude, so just basically offer themselves up as sacrificial lambs to help the cause, to help us get started and get geared quicker. We'll always pick up Mosin rounds, even though it's only 2. Oh yeah, and my man had my IV start kit for me, so I can craft my saline bag ready to pop in the veins if we need it. So again, for me, it's warranting the kill. The IV start kit, a bit of food and a bit of BK ammo. If you told me he had that on him, I would have gone even more bloodthirsty for the kill. And had it justified in my mind. Yeah, we let a lot of rounds off there in Balota. Actually going to ditch the fucking IJ here as well. Oh shit. Oh no. Are you joking? I'm just going to go nuts then. Absolutely nuts. Use that as a slot instead of the IJ? Yeah. Actually, we're going to take the buckshot because we're not going to leave buckshot in a building where there's a double barrel. But we made a lot of noise then in that military. So, you know, any Stanley McStan going to investigate that, maybe people who've got bases down west are going to be hella interested in that noise. See, someone's been through, but they could have had a Balota spawn. That guy could have gone through Balota. He had quite a bit of gear. So my guess is he had a Balota or a Komishovo spawn, and he's coming east along the coast. I can't even carry a leather kit. A fucking epoxy would be what I need for my to potentially ever patch up my stabby. And again, just going a bit blasé towards this well. I would normally have scoped it out. Fuck me, scared the life out of me then. Oh my word, just fucking lurking in the bushes like some nonce. What are you fucking doing, bro? I'll show you a spot to be wary of as well. This one, in here. Twice I've caught people up here, just lurking. I killed the one guy because he scared the shit out of me. He stood at the top of the stairs like this as I run up. But look, it's such a fucking brutal angle on the well that if you don't look up here and you just start filling your fucking bottle, and the next thing you see is the "you are dead" screen. That's why. Probably. Campy McCampface has just smashed you with a BK or something else. Oh, I forgot I had spare rounds for my revolver as well, so I can... Dickhead. Stack it up. But, because of all the cans of soda and everything we've got, we don't actually have to hit the well. So we can just move on to the next town. Fuck the well. Do you know what I find quite a lot in these stilted houses? Oh, apart from dickhead running zombies. Because it's the last one here, but in town, before you get to the... and it's right next to the well. You find a lot of shit stashed in there for some reason. People who are just passing through, or got into a bit of shenanigans. Doors are open now, so it's doubtful. But there you go, there's another double barrel. Should we make ourselves a little bit less threatening? glasses. But you know for a fact, right, that guy who was fighting those zombies in that melee we just killed, he fucking shit his pants when he heard the revolver shot go off. Because when it's unexpected, you haven't seen the other player and just you drop uncon or whatever, and there was a little bit of a delay to him dropping uncon. So I was like, what the fuck? This guy I've just hit him with a 357 round from like 10 meters away. He's got no stab vest on. At first I thought he had a poncho on. I thought this isn't a fucking modded server. How's he got a poncho on? It was a fucking fireman's helmet. So hang on. That tells me he probably did come from Cherno then. Because there are no fire stations down west. Could have come from a more central spawn as well, I suppose. But we're not going over to the prison. It's not going to be that type of video, but at the moment, it's probably looking. The video is probably looking like something like what a really good start in DayZ looks like. And I've got to say, a lot of it is down to luck. There's a bit of it down to skill, of course. I know what I'm doing when it comes to melee, which is you know. But I've annihilated the first guy, and he hasn't even tried. We found a dead body that was stacked. I've annihilated the third guy, but he's got two good hits in on me because of me getting fucking glitched on something. Fair play to him, he showed more heart in the fight than he did wanting to log out in front of me without saying a word. So anyway, we killed him, he had no shit on him anyway. And then we get a semi-stacked guy, medium I would say, but with some nice shit that we needed. Making a nuisance of himself, making too much noise in the military base, giving me an easy kill. I knew by going loud with the revolver, and there's no zombies there, and there's normally zombies over there. Me going loud meant that I was then going to have to clean up the rest of the military, and I did. I got swamped by like 10, 11 zombies, but I only missed a couple of my shots, which meant, you know, I dealt with them quick enough for me to then dip. And anyone who heard the shots and run there, they might be there now, looting that guy for the rest of his shit. I left a little bit of food on him, chicken, some utility stuff, but I just took what I needed. A little bit of food, BK ammo, the IV start kit, which was imperative for me. Look at that base on top of there. I startled them when they were building their base. I didn't even notice it. Walked up to the glass house, climbed up the ladder, and the guy was at the top just looking at me. Blasted him with my N-block and took his blaze. Yeah, it was nice. See, I just got the first swing in on him then, before he full aggroed. You know, made the full noise of, rah, look, someone's here. No one filling up at the well. Obviously, biggest point of interest here is the PD, but I'm also very aware of that base over there. And that I've killed a guy there before, so... Oh ho! And I'm now very aware of this guy. So we're going to silently equip our revolver. We're going to assume, with that dead guy as well, someone's in the PD or very close. Just listen for a minute. Would those bodies have despawned if it was our friend we just killed in the military? think whoever it was left out the front door. But that's just a guess at the minute, based on experience. Both doors were open. They could just be blasé as fuck about leaving doors open when they enter a building. We didn't really need anything in this fucking PD anyway. Wonder if it's those wankers over there just coming across and looting. See, I would normally go over there and check out the milli containers. Do I fancy getting sniped by Chad base? Oh, really? Still might. If they're camping in the woods or, you know, but the next obvious location would be the prison. Maybe we go to the prison then if we're on someone's trail. Maybe we see if we can get into some shit in the prison. Last time I went to the prison, there was a base there, but it had been raided, so the walls had been fucked up. So if that is the case, you know, it is worth it then. You know, you might get a pioneer with a scope, a mag, and you've all of a sudden you've upgraded your BK. And obviously we've only got the revolver then as a secondary, so you know, could we ditch the BK? And if we don't find a pioneer, do we find an M16? Which I have done plenty of times over on the prison. We've got an EpiPen, which means we can swim across quick anyway. In fact, we haven't got two. That means we can't swim back as quick as we would like. It's just, you know, the risk you take. We haven't got a suppressed weapon, so I can't go over and just, you know, all the zombies, which is the nice way of doing it. But fuck it. We've had a good life so far, haven't we? Can't argue with that first hour and a half. 3 kills. Found a dead body that was pretty stacked for a spawn town anyway, for a freshie like myself that I was at the time, only half an hour in or whatever. Finding that food, rope, stuff that was very useful on just a dead guy. I was like, thank you very much. Yeah, I think we'll go to the prison and then we'll probably call it from there, and we'll just, you know, take this as a good old little chill. I wouldn't call it a tutorial. I would just call it just genuinely watch what I would do when I get that spawn, and when I'm faced with, you know, interactions, decisions I've got to make on the fly in terms of, you know, is this guy speaking to me? No. Has he got shit I need? Yes. Shall I just attack him? Yes. Am I going to risk looting that dead body in the middle of the street? Yes. Do I risk cutting him up? Yes. There's a guy fighting zombies in the military. I'm going to go live, which means I'm probably going to draw a lot of attention. I'm going to have a shit ton of zombies to deal with. Do I panic? No. Just jump on the wall, shoot them all with the IJ, loot the guy, fuck off. Simple as that. You want that adrenaline spike. You want to be nervous in those situations, so it gives you almost the muscle memory of being nervous and having to make the right decision on the fly under the pressure of battle. but you want to be able to control the nerves. So the adrenaline is pumping in me as I'm slicing that guy, as I'm hitting the guy with the revolver shot. I see him go down. I hear the zombies go rawr, rawr. Now I could panic there and make the wrong decision to assume he's dead. He wasn't dead. He was unconscious. So I calmly went over, put another one between his eyes. Now he's not a concern. He is not going to get up and fuck me while I'm fighting 10 zombies. I would be at the disadvantage. I wanted to kill him while he was at the disadvantage of fighting the zombies and make sure he was dead, which I did. And then I can deal with the zombies. The fact that I've seen another person, it's a low to medium pop server, which does get high as the hours go by in the day, but the fact me and him are both at the military there at the same time, to see a third party then is highly unlikely. They might follow the shots and take 5-10 minutes to get there, but to see one immediately is highly unlikely. So I should finish him and be able to, you know, deal with the zombies, have a minute, 30 seconds to a minute to loot in peace. Yeah. Swim. Toronto. As quick as possible that the epi allows anyway. Be around about now. I'm far enough west that I would probably consider picking up a BDU jacket or something. I know it looks a bit chatty, and you can draw a bit more attention to yourself, look less civilian, and maybe not be able to get away with some shit. Look at that, it's got me right across without even running out. You wouldn't get that going over to Scalisti Island. No. What I do is I always get my soaking wet ass up here. I wring all my shit out, because I don't want to be light blue, shivering like my character just did then, while I'm wandering around the prison. I can't do that. So I wring all this out so it's only damp as much as it is possible. You can't do the stab vest, can't do the gloves. While we're in relative safety, he says as he gets clipped, make sure they're only worn, that's fine. If they were anything less than worn, I'd make new ones. But worn are going to get us around this prison, no problem, without ruining. They might only drop to damaged, actually. Wring out the jeans and the beanie, and then it should take us out of the light blue cold and stop our character shivering and giving us away while we're creeping. And if it doesn't, we'd have to consider gagging ourselves and just ditching the balaclava. There we go. See, we're in white now for heat. And then I'm not going to do this as stealthy as I normally would. I'm just going in, right? If we see someone, we're just going to have to fucking deal with them or get dealt with ourselves. Is what it is. But I am going to like look ahead like that just to see if I can get the drop on someone. But if someone drops us, whatever. Good luck to you, bro. A little. No, I left some 9mm there, but oh fuck my life. Food and ammo for days. This is honestly is one of the best hour and a half starts from a Cherno spawn I've ever had in the 6 months I've played this game. A lot. I might have spawned there 100 times. And I'd say this is the best hour and a half in terms of the gear I've found. The plentiful amount of food and hydration's not been an issue. We've never been close to getting sick. We've not been close to dying, have we? The 3 people we've murdered. The one guy got 2 slices in on us. GG to him, but did get a bit of help with me glitching. But yeah, the other guy, he just seemed to take it. The inevitability of death, the inevitableness of death. And yeah, the third guy was totally distracted by the Zeds, so he didn't know what hit him. He might have heard the shot, and then his screen went blank. And yeah, that's an annoyingly close first zombie. All these doors, most of these doors in here are closed. Let me have a listen. Ooh. It's a lot of zombies. Gas mask. Chicken on the prison? Swap those gloves out because they're going to be dry, whereas my other ones were damp. Or soaking, because I couldn't okay, that dude nearly fucked my day up. See, I'm not even that concerned about the zombies. I'm just scanning ahead for player activity, and this amount of zombies tells me there's no one very close anyway. We've got a stabby on, so we're not taking any assault vest. Oh shit. Pouches. That's fucking just humongous. I don't like it at all. This site is horrendous. Got no ammo other than the 10 shots that are in the gun, but we're gonna keep it on us a second. Almost confirms to me that no one's here. Why would you walk past a worn KA-74 with a mag in it? But he could be a super giga Chad who's already got all that gear, so they didn't need it. You've got to be careful to be too assumptuous. Oh, we literally don't need any more 9mm. We haven't even got a 9mm weapon, and we're carrying like half the 9mm on the fucking server. But that is a 9mm mag for a submachine gun that we've got so much ammo for. I would probably drop the AK for an SG. Well, there's no probable about it, I would. That guy the slip there. He just heard me, didn't he? Look at him. What a fucking cunt. Oh, excuse my language. Fucking slow as fuck creeping with foot wraps on. See by the noise indicator down in the left, I'm only making 1 decibel, 1 output of noise. But of course this one's looking straight at me, so... Let's just make sure no one's camping there. What are we? Yeah. Coming up to 2 hours. We should be able to clear the prison by the end of the 2 hours and what will probably be the end of the video. Oh, you motherfucker. Anyone in the camo knows we're here now. Fuck it. Knock knock, motherfucker. Just check that little balcony. Like I say, I'd be shocked if someone was here. It would only be probably because they logged out and now they've just logged back in on us. So, because of the loot. Is this being dropped? These smoke bombs, smoke grenades. They look dropped to me. Fucking buttstock and a beret. What a terrible loot haul from the camo. Zed's just bunched up. Someone had been there, I'd be dead, no? What's this prick doing? Shh. Shh, 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 shh. Don't give me away, boss. Ooh, look at that. It's one of them gas ones, isn't it? Oh no, it's just a green smoke grenade. Some boots. I need your boots, your jacket, and your motorcycle. I hope no one's rebuilt on here now. Oh shit. Just nearly aggro to Zed. Ooh. Well, that's more me. That's definitely more me. You've seen the way I play now. El Bandito. That zombie up there gives me hope. There's no one around. But yeah, we're going to finish things off at the prison. So it would have been an east Cherno spawn, all the way down west to the prison. And hopefully, unless something happens in the next 10 minutes, it would be along the lines of about as good a start as you would like to have in DayZ. Ah, look at that. Gun cleaning kit. I can't. Well, I can carry it actually. Yeah, I can. Because in a normal run, I'd be eating that food as we go along, because, you know, I just don't want it fucking stacking up my inventory. Tempted to just run in, melee the fuck out of this dude, but patience tells me to leave him alive. The reason being, if he just carries on doing his little AI loop, if someone else comes up behind me and crosses that bridge, they might start fighting him. Look at that, the wall's just completely gone now. Cap. Nothing. then I've found pioneers there before. Oh shit. So instead of making a gate at the main tunnel, they've now just cordoned off a part of the prison. Okay. Still annoying as fuck. So's that. Will you just fucking die? There you go. That's not normally open either. Sort of semi-prepared for someone being here now because of that new structure upstairs. Mini base, if you like. Stash, whatever you want to call it. These are empty as fuck, as if they're like constantly rotating. Loot. Would he have died to just 2 swipes? I think he's been hit already, that guy. Yeah, see the plank of wood as well, the other side of the door. Someone's put that there. Building this shit. If they are doing that, why aren't they going over and clearing out the barracks regular enough? You know, fuck me. You know, picking up all this shit. Ooh. There you go. Do a bit of damage with this now, half a mag. Just over half a mag. Shots. Fuck. Wow, he absolutely scared the shit out of me. Someone's trapped him in here as well, that's why it scared me. Motherfuckers. Yeah, but look at that. Just shy of 2 hours. Probably going to fuck about a bit now and make this into a video, sort of. All you could wish for in your first 2 hours of a DayZ life. In terms of looting up, you know, coming out of it with an AK, a revolver. I hate base building so much on these. I know I play official servers, so you know you're gonna run into base building, but I almost don't want to give these guys any of my loot now as well. You know, the satisfaction of finding my rotting corpse in their base. Spring from why? Get fucked. Make sure no one's attempting to swim over. Drying off in the shed down there. I've seen that before. But the last couple of minutes, taking it up to 2 hours. Let's get the life out of me, you scabby little fucking. There we go. See, I would always log off by ear because when you log back in then, you're relative safety. Also can find stashes around here. Because they think they're never going to be searched. You know, because why would you come around the back of here? But you look, East Cherno. We've come through the little hamlet with the well in it. Picked up a murder of someone there to get some early gear. Gone into the town, the city itself. We found a dead body, relatively stacked for a fresh spawn. So that was nice to help us on our way even more. Then we had the guy on the front of Cherno, if you like. Just opposite the well. Who helped me at first and then tried logging out in front of me without saying a word. Yeah, not having that. Bye. Another victim. Didn't have anything on him, but it was the principal. And then we went down to Bolota and we caught a guy in the middle of fighting the zombies. We managed to jack him up with the old revolver. Boom. One in the back, uncon. Finished him. Used the IJ with the mag we had at the time to clean up the Zeds. Got out of there with some nice food. More equipment. Shots for the BK. Now in this situation, because we've got a bit more now for the AK, I'd say thanks BK, you've served me well. Keep these rounds in case I find an SKS. Gets rid of a bit of our carry weight. So we've got an AK, pick that up in the prison, 18 shots including the one in the chamber. Our backup weapon is a revolver. It's full. We've got 2 spare shots. We've got an absolute abundance of 9mm. If we ever find, you know, an SG5K, which we could find down in West Evac military, Kamenka military. Then we've got ourselves, you know, a full 30 mag and a shit ton of spare 9mm. Got fucking 29 shots and then 250 more, so 79 shots. Couple of Mosin shots, couple of blades, stabby, balaclava glasses, black gloves, foot wraps, jeans, rope belts. We can go fishing. Beanie. Look at the food we've got. This is 5.56 in a M16 mag. We haven't got any spare. We've got gun cleaning kit, 3 tins of food, and some brisket spread, full bottle of water. Pioneer mag, which is more 5.56, and we didn't find a Pioneer. So I've got to be honest, if you don't find one in the prison, you're probably not going to find one many other places. So I would just load the 5.56 into the M16 mag to keep the carry space for it. A little bit of 308 as well in case we were to find a Blaze or a Tundra. We got bones, we can fish, make bone knives, binos, sewing kit, can opener, lockpick, bit of alcohol, but probably don't need, to be honest, because of the two full bandages and one use. 10 pristine rags, lighter, pills, more pills, saline bag ready to go in case we have an incident that leaves our blood low. Oh yeah, I'd say 2 hours and 2 minutes in. We've spent 2 or 3 minutes just pissing about by here. That's a pretty good position to be in. And you know, you can go west now. You can go to Zelenogorsk, go back east, do whatever you want. You've got yourself an AK with a revolver. It's a nice little starting kit, really, to start going inland and fuck shit up. So if you have taken the time to watch it all this way, please consider dropping a like. It helps a lot. A fledgling channel. Subscribe for more of the same shit, and if you have been watching on the Twitch stream, we'll go again and do something, no doubt tomorrow. But thanks again for watching. Check you later.